Hello, my name is Andrew Parker, aka African Andrew, aka Wafella, aka Spider-Man. I'm going to share with you how I threw an awesome Marvel-themed party. This party was for my friends and family, and it was to celebrate the release of Avengers Endgame. And it took about 3 months of preparation to create an awesome party experience. We're gonna go through 3 main categories of how I prepared and what I did to make this party what it was: decorations, food, and the games and activities. First, decorations, we had a lot of the classics that you would think of, like Avengers tablecloths and napkins and plates. You can get these at any store like Walmart or Party City. Apart from that, I put up some of my own Marvel posters, like this Infinity War poster and Endgame poster. I also set out some Marvel paraphernalia that I own, like these Avengers action figures and Marvel notebook. One last touch that I added was having this big Avengers A on the front door. This is something that a friend designed and printed out for us specifically for the party. This way people would know immediately that this was the right place and that it was Marvel time, baby. Second, food. My mom was in charge of the food. We discussed ideas of how to create Marvel-themed food, and then she executed wonderfully. We had a lot of different ideas. I'll link some of those in the description below so you can kind of check those out, but here are some that we did. We had Cap's Cookie, which is a cookie cake made to look like Captain America's shield. We had Chick-fil-A nuggets that we renamed Zarg Nuts.
You're eating a Zarg nut. But my movement was so slow that it's imperceptible.
We had the Orb, which is a cake my mom made with an icing filling to represent the orb from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie that held the Power Stone. We had a lot of different food. Finally, the games and activities. This is where the majority of my prep time went. We had a total of 7 games that were all part of a competition to win prizes. Each game, you had the opportunity to score points depending on how well you performed during that game, and at the end of the party, whoever had the most amount of points would win some prizes, specifically $15, an AMC gift card, an Endgame poster, and various other small Avengers-themed prizes. Before we get into the 7 games, I want to point out a couple more things that I did as part of the party-going experience. First, I created a Snapchat geo-filter, which only worked for basically the day of the party and only in the vicinity of my house. Second, I created a handout that I would give to party-goers as soon as they arrived. This thanked them for coming, explained the games we would be playing, gave them the Wi-Fi password, told them about the Snapchat geo-filter, and overall welcomed them. The first game we played was Who Am I? I taped a piece of paper with a Marvel character on it to each party-goer's back, and their task was to ask yes or no questions to other people at the party to try to determine which character they were. While this game was going on, there was an Avengers egg hunt happening. Avengers eggs were hidden all about through the house, and if you found one, you would get points for that party-wide game I mentioned earlier. Another game was the quote game. This one was pretty straightforward. I would read out a quote from a Marvel movie, and their job was to try to write down who they think said it. If they got it correct, they would get a point. We also had Pin the Arc Reactor, which is like Pin the Tail on the Donkey, but way cooler. The amount of points someone received was determined by how close they pinned the arc reactor to the center. We also had an entire Marvel trivia tournament. This is the only game I participated in because I didn't actually come up with the questions myself. My dad did.
Right. Who is the ruler of the dark dimension?
Dormammu.
That's correct.
It was an epic battle showdown of Marvel Cinematic Universe knowledge, tournament-style trivia contest. It was the NCAA of Marvel. We went head-to-head, facing one person at a time. Whoever answered the most questions correctly each round would proceed.
What sci-fi movie does Peter Parker reference when fighting?
Aliens.
That's correct. Alright, 5-2. Alright, what does Peter Quill believe to be the greatest movie of all time?
Footloose.
Hey.
Which of the original Avengers speaks Groot's language?
Thor.
And now we come to the 2 biggest games that took the most amount of preparation time: Marvel Cranium / CNET and the Scavenger Hunt. Cranium is a board game that I really enjoy, so I decided to make a Marvel version of it. Cranium involves all types of different clues and activities that you have to do: wordplay, sketching, sleuthing, acting, etc. I also threw in some my play and all play video clues similar to clues that you would see in a game of CNET. I created a total of 120 different questions.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll be pitching with that character missing.
Captain America.
Also,
he got it. What's the hint?
Infinity
It's a
Gauntlet?
person.
Tree of Yggdrasil.
A person?
Anthony
Nebula.
Gauntlet. Oh, that's Thanos.
Thanos?
Gauntlet. Thanos.
Thanos.
3, 2, 1, go.
Thanos. 3, 2, 1, go.
3, 2, 1, go.
1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3,
I know where you are.
Doctor Strange.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. He killed it.
Suit up.
Yes. Cap.
Ant-Man 1.
The craziest and most involved game, however, was the Scavenger Hunt. There were two teams working to solve clues that revealed numbers. The numbers corresponded to locations on the key locator sheet. The teams raced to solve all the clues, and the first team to solve them all won. There were a total of 21 clues, but I'll give you a few examples of my favorites. We started with an easy multiple choice question which led to a clue where they had to answer 6 other multiple choice questions. Each number they got from those questions they had to plot on a number grid on another piece of paper. Once the lines were connected, it created a 5, which was the answer. Another clue that they received only had GPS coordinates and pictures of a truck. Once put into a GPS, the coordinates led to a parking lot where they had to find the correct truck. Inside the truck was the next clue. And perhaps my favorite clue was one that was submerged in slime. My friend Joanna spent hours making large amounts of slime. We then put the clue in a container and put it in the slime. Each team would have to have someone reach their hand into the slime to find their specific container. Once opened, the clue directed them to an Instagram account that led to another Instagram account and another. They had to answer multiple trivia questions and then eventually solve a video clue by following which cup was correct. The scavenger hunt had a ton of more challenging clues like that, and overall it was a pretty competitive, fun activity. Overall, this party was a pretty elaborate, fun experience that I'm glad I got to put on. All my friends and family seemed to enjoy it, and I hope you enjoyed watching this video about it. And maybe if you want to throw your own Marvel party, this helped you get some ideas. By the time this video goes up, I will have seen Endgame, but some other people probably haven't, so keep those spoilers out of the comments. I'll probably delete them if you do post one. But with that said, I am excited to see it. When I'm filming this, I haven't seen it. By the time this video gets posted, I will have seen it. So right now, I have not seen it, but when you're watching this, I will have seen it. Does that make sense? Anyways, I'm saying I'm very excited to see it, and let me know in the comments down below if you're excited to see it as well. Carpe diem, vita es bono. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.